88 days. 88 days since the ritual was performed by the zealot, Victor, with the cooperation of the warlock, St. John Talbot, the necromancer, Tommy Giovanni, the weirdling, Sebastian, and the outclan, Bob, using unknown blood magic. The day-night cycle was returned to normal. But what is normal? Most of the kind have fallen into a kind of quiet delirium. News stories tell us about things getting back to normal after the quarantine. Most remember the events of the last 3 months as nothing more than a virulent strain of COVID-19 sweeping South Florida, forcing a second great lockdown. While the darkness has faded from the minds of most mortals, like a dream upon waking, others remember. The strong-willed, the outcasts, the truth-seekers. Remember the horrors of noonday dark and speak of nightmares. Horrible, vivid night terrors. The types of dreams that cause you to wake up in the darkest part of the night, scared out of your mind. Though you are bathed in sweat, you don't sit up. You don't move or call out to your lover laying in bed with you. You don't move because for the first still moments of waking, you know you aren't alone in the dark. Nightmares plague the minds of all, not just those that remember the supernatural events. Dreams of blood, greed, hatred, and violence. Dreams of darkness, fear, and of being hunted, of searching for something desperately needed but somehow lost. Visions of a dark-winged creature taking flight and gliding across a starless sky. Nightmares that are leaving the dreamers lethargic, impatient, and scared. The Nosferatu, Stitches, has revealed that he has found some of Oblong's belongings, including the instructions for the reversal ritual that began this all. The Tremor, eager to get their hands on those items, are promising boons, resources, and perhaps more. Who knows what other treasure your former prince had hidden away. Court proceedings were supposed to continue this Monday for Richard and Sabrina Diaz, Susan Thomas, and the Weller brothers for charges in relation to the 6 men and women storming the Channel 7 news building, holding members of the staff hostage, and forcing them to broadcast their 47-hour Sermon of Light. However, the temporary courthouse, being used during the repairs of the main courthouse, is still having issues with space and security. Between local media, protesters, and church members, more than 300 spectators showed. The sinkhole, which appeared at Fort Lauderdale roughly 88 days ago in the parking lot of the Broward County Courthouse, still has no known cause. And although Stan Bentley, the security guard on duty and the only person injured, suffered severe burns, authorities still insist no flammable gases or foreign agents are coming from the hole. Josiah Beckett and the Church of the Light are making a slow circuit through South Florida, sometimes spending a few hours in one location only to spend days at another. The size of his flock doesn't seem to affect his length of stay. There is rumor that Josiah Beckett met with the Essential Workers, a right-wing militia in West Palm Beach, and days later they threw down their weapons and joined his flock. While his sermons are strange, they seem to also be compelling. The church membership has grown so much that the Church of the Light is looking to buy land and open a holy compound so his disciples can build a new church and homestead for the good Reverend, so that he may settle there in South Florida and be close to his flock. Prince Dupont, intent on making the Elysium safer and more secure, created a tunnel system at great personal expense, giving the kindred better entrance and egress to and from Elysium. Walls were reinforced, tempered glass installed, security posted, gators ghouled. He does not intend to be taken unaware again. The strange pack of changers that attacked the Elysium have been identified as Black Spiral Dancers, though what that actually means isn't so easily explained. Regardless, while their attack was potentially deadly, In the end, they were sent fleeing into the noonday sun. Will there be a second attack? Or was their first defeat enough to dissuade them against further violence? Lucy has returned. Jules, always the cunning linguist, spoke with her and was able to satiate her hunger and convince her to undo whatever magic she performed to temporarily return the sun. In the past 3 months, she has been seen talking with both the Sealy Court and members of the Mokele Cairn, specifically the Elder Changer, Guthrie. What they were discussing is anyone's guess. What are Lucy's desires, her machinations? What is her end goal in all of this? You still don't know. Jules has let it be known that foreign dignitaries have contacted him now that the darkness has been lifted. Some say they are even sending emissaries to Prince DuPont for a debriefing of sorts. Jules has asked you to gather yourself, feed, and join him for a formal gathering in welcoming your supernatural friends to Elysium. Black tie optional, but preferred. And so, once again, we return to Elysium, for all that word means anymore. Still, some questions remain unanswered. Is this the end of the excitement? Will life return to business as usual? What was that tremor you felt beneath your feet the night of last Elysium? One thing is for certain. While the moon no longer hangs full and blood red in the sky, you nonetheless get the sneaking suspicion that it's watching you.